Tuesday, April. And as we always do, we want to zoom out to the monthly. And as we can see, really not much change from yesterday, a little bit higher. We're still below that previous month's low. I guess not right now, 65. We're trading almost right at it. That previous month's low, 63. So it's going to be a key level today to watch to see if the market's going to claim and hold above that level. If it can, then we can possibly expect maybe some upside trading back towards that monthly open, which is 5105 quarter. Now, if we cannot, we have some daily levels that we want to be paying attention to, but just remember on the larger time frame, we're looking at cessation of one time framing. So the market is going from imbalance, one time framing higher, to balance on a higher time frame so far. Sometimes it can change to imbalance the other way, but rarely. Switching over to the weekly. As we can see here, we're still maintaining this downtrend, trading completely inside the previous week's range. Level to watch that 50.0375, right? That's that previous month's previous week's -4 close. That's going to be the key level that we're paying attention to on the weekly. Now switching over to the daily, you can see yesterday we got a cessation of one time framing. So the daily chart is kind of the first chart to alert you to any type of change. Yesterday we did get some extension past the previous day's range, but ended up closing basically at the previous day's open. So fairly mechanical, and we'll kind of see it on the profile when we take a peek at it, that it's really not that ideal, more or less just maybe doing a little bit of that. But we'll kind of wait and see. We have some news at 9:45, flash PMI, then we'll get some home sales at 10. So we'll see what happens. Now switching over here to the profile, you can see we got this extension to the upside, but left a poor high. So more or less, and kind of like we assumed, we're just seeing inventory get off sides, right? So we had a distribution high here at from the cot that was around 30, which is around yesterday's open. The market was able to establish above that during H period and then continue higher before kind of running out of buyers at the prior COTS low. So more or less kind of what we were thinking, we got these Brad prints in between early on the session that maybe some momentum sellers were unable to come in. And this is kind of the third day now, or the second day now, where we haven't been able to take this Globex swing low here. So you get kind of a poor low look here. You get a little bit of excess here as it trades to the previous day's point in control. And you almost consider this like a CME gap right here from this low to this close, because we've never touched that previous 4-week close. So a little bit of weakness really showed its face yesterday before the market rallied and then established. We got above this kind of no-go level, the first one that I had been kind of looking at as far as that, because it was the previous day's POC and acceptance into this upper distribution kind of showed a little bit of weakness from the sellers. We can go ahead and get rid of that. But ultimately, we closed back inside the previous day's range, so I think that's going to be the key level that we want to watch today. You can see our prior month's low sitting right there. So if we hold that, definitely a nice option from there. I think you kind of really have to kind of wait and see to decide from there. I think we get our kind of chop zone below this, um, back and forth. What was yesterday's settle? Does anyone have it? Let's see here. I don't have it marked exactly. Oh, 375. Oh, that can't be right. Can't get it off the website. It's alright. I can get it off of I can get it off Thinkorswim. So yesterday's close was 50.47 half. For yesterday's settle was 50.47 half. Okay. And basically in between there, I think it is just going to be kind of a chop zone. Like I said, oops, I think that we probably just chop around inside here. If the market is able to hold for that, then I think maybe after the chop is over, get back above that prior month's low and try that long a little bit later in the day. Um, Below that, it tends to get a little bit weak, I think, and they start targeting um, some of these levels down and then into yesterday's single print start, which is like 50.24. Um, we do have some earnings today after hours, right? We've got some Tesla sitting on the line, a couple other earnings today also. So definitely want to be paying attention to those. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. There's not really it's a big week, right? We definitely have some big earnings, and that's really going to be kind of the factor. There's some news today, um, so we'll see kind of what happens from there. But basically, I mean, if you keep going higher, right? Because it's kind of a decision once it gets up here. But if we keep trading higher, you're really looking for that COP VPOC, honestly. That's up at that 5100. And then if you remember from the daily chart here, we are looking at, or the monthly chart, excuse me, this low of 5063, but also the open, which was 5105. So 5100, 5105, that kind of area up there, I think would be the target should this market catch a little bit of a bid and not go lower. Of course, first we have to see that. So that's why it's my first line of focus. But yeah, other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you're managing risk and sticking to your trade plan. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.